Have you ever promised yourself that this time would be different? You wake up early for 3 days in a row. You exercise, eat healthy, stay focused, and feel like you've finally become the person you've always wanted to be. Then suddenly, something changes. You skip one workout. You procrastinate on one task. You tell yourself you'll start again tomorrow, and before you know it, you're back where you started, wondering the same painful question. Why am I so inconsistent? If you've ever felt this way, you're not alone. And more importantly, you're probably asking the wrong question. The truth is, psychology doesn't see inconsistency as a personality flaw. Instead, it sees it as the result of several hidden mental processes working beneath your awareness. So if you've always believed you're simply lazy, undisciplined, or incapable of staying committed, stay with me. Because by the end of this video, you may discover that your inconsistency has less to do with who you are and much more to do with how your brain is wired. Let's begin with one of the biggest misconceptions. Most people think consistency is about motivation. It isn't. Motivation is emotional. Consistency is neurological. Our brains are designed to conserve energy whenever possible. Every decision you make, whether to study, exercise, or finish a difficult project, requires mental effort. And the brain naturally prefers the easiest available option because, throughout human evolution, conserving energy helped our ancestors survive. This is why scrolling through social media often feels easier than reading a book. It's not because you're weak, it's because your brain is constantly calculating which behavior requires the least effort while offering the fastest reward. Psychologists sometimes call this effort minimization. Left unchecked, your brain naturally drifts toward comfort. This doesn't mean you're incapable of discipline. It simply means discipline often requires designing your environment so the right choice becomes the easy choice. But there's another reason inconsistency appears, and it's surprisingly emotional. Imagine you begin learning a new skill. For the first few days, everything feels exciting. Your brain releases dopamine, not because you've mastered the skill, but because you're experiencing something new. Novelty itself is rewarding. However, after a short time, the excitement fades. The work becomes repetitive. Progress slows down, and suddenly, your brain isn't getting the same emotional reward. Many people mistake this moment for failure. In reality, they've simply reached the point where motivation gives way to habit. Psychologists studying habit formation have consistently found that lasting behaviors depend less on excitement and more on repetition. The people we call consistent aren't necessarily more motivated than everyone else. They've simply learned how to continue even after motivation disappears. Now here's something that many people never realize. Sometimes inconsistency isn't caused by laziness. It's caused by perfectionism. That sounds backwards, doesn't it? But think about it. Have you ever missed one workout and thought, well, I've already ruined this week? Or eaten one unhealthy meal and decided, I might as well start again on Monday? Psychologists call this the "what the hell" effect. When people believe they've already failed, they become more likely to abandon the goal entirely instead of recovering from the small mistake. In other words, perfectionism often creates inconsistency because it leaves no room for being human. Consistent people don't avoid mistakes. They recover from them quickly. Another hidden reason people struggle with consistency is something called identity conflict. Most people try to change their actions without changing the way they see themselves. For example, someone might say, I want to become someone who reads every day. But deep inside, they still believe, I'm just not a disciplined person. Our brains naturally seek consistency between our beliefs and our behaviors. When your actions don't match your identity, your mind experiences psychological discomfort. Over time, it quietly pulls you back toward the identity you already believe. That's why lasting change often begins with a different sentence. Instead of saying, I'm trying to exercise, you begin saying, I'm becoming someone who takes care of my health. Instead of, I'm trying to study, You think, I'm becoming someone who values learning. Small difference, huge psychological impact, because people tend to protect the identity they believe they have. Now let's talk about something almost everyone experiences, but rarely notices: decision fatigue. Every single day, your brain makes thousands of decisions. What to wear, what to eat, what message to reply to, whether to work, whether to rest, whether to continue. By the evening, your mental energy has already been spent on countless choices. This is one reason many people start their goals with incredible enthusiasm in the morning, but struggle to stay consistent later in the day. Successful people don't always have stronger willpower. Often, they simply reduce unnecessary decisions. They create routines. They prepare ahead of time. They automate good habits. The fewer decisions your brain has to make, the easier consistency becomes. There's another psychological trap that's becoming more common than ever: instant gratification. Today's world gives our brains rewards within seconds. One swipe, another video. One click, another notification, another like, another message. Each small reward releases dopamine, teaching the brain to expect immediate satisfaction. But meaningful goals don't work that way. Learning a language, building a business, improving your health, strengthening relationships. These rewards often take weeks, months, or even years to appear. The brain begins comparing the slow rewards of real life with the instant rewards of technology. And naturally, the instant reward often wins. This doesn't mean technology is the enemy. It simply means your brain wasn't designed for an environment filled with endless immediate stimulation. Understanding this can completely change the way you judge yourself. But perhaps the most important reason people become inconsistent is fear. Not fear of failure, fear of what success might demand. Success often brings higher expectations, more responsibility, more visibility. Sometimes staying inconsistent becomes an unconscious way of protecting yourself from those pressures. Psychologists refer to this as self-handicapping. Without realizing it, people create obstacles that protect their self-image. If they never give their full effort, they never have to discover what would happen if they truly tried. It's safer to say, I could have succeeded if I had been consistent, than to risk finding out what happens when you give everything you've got. The mind can protect us in strange ways. So, are inconsistent people lazy? Usually not. Are they broken? Not at all. More often, they're human beings whose brains are responding exactly as brains evolved to respond, seeking comfort, avoiding uncertainty, protecting identity, conserving energy, chasing quick rewards, and avoiding emotional discomfort. The good news is that once you understand these hidden psychological patterns, you stop fighting yourself. Instead, you begin working with your brain rather than against it. Consistency isn't about becoming a completely different person. It's about making one small promise to yourself today and keeping it tomorrow, then doing it again and again. Not because you're always motivated, but because every small action teaches your brain something powerful. This is who I am now. Remember, the people you admire aren't consistent because they never struggle. They're consistent because they've learned that missing one day doesn't mean giving up on the journey. Real consistency isn't perfection. It's returning, again and again. If this video helped you understand the science behind your own behavior, let us know by leaving a comment below. We'd love to hear which psychological insight surprised you the most. And if you enjoyed discovering the science behind human behavior, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Mind Groom. Every week, we explore the fascinating psychology behind the thoughts, habits, and behaviors that shape our lives. Until next time, stay curious. Because the more you understand your mind, the better you can shape your life.